Good day, and welcome to the Hail Mary Joe 2 TDscorers shows. I'm your host, Jose. Welcome, and we're on to week 3, Sunday and Monday's games. So there's 15 games left on the slate, so I'm doing the same thing that I did the first 2 weeks. I'm taking 5 players. I'm going to put 50 cents on the singles, 50 cents on the doubles, 50 cents on the triples. I do that 3 times. It comes out to $12.50 per ticket for a total of $37.50. So, anyways, I feel really good about the guys that we got, and let's jump right through it, or jump right to it. So, the first ticket I have, the first player that I have is Miles Sanders from Carolina. He's paying 17-1 for 2 TDs. Now, the great thing about Miles is that he has 20 opportunities per game. Right? And also, he is, the Seahawks have the 24th worst tackling team and the 31st ranked DBs. So they're good for the drop-offs and they're going to run. So, you know what? Just on them little 3 tidbits, I'm really liking Miles Sanders, especially at 17-1. So the next pick, Joram Smythe for the Miami Dolphins, paying 13-1 for 2 TDs. Ranks 4th in all tight ends in route runners, and Denver ranks 28th against tight ends. That alone gives him a great opportunity, and you know they like to throw the ball, so he will definitely get some chances. The next one would be Nico Collins from Houston at 19-1 for 2 TDs. Yeah, they have a tough matchup, but you know what? I'm going with Nico because he gets 20 targets per game. Just that alone, okay, it's 3rd in downfield yardage for the whole league. He's going to have opportunities on that amount of feeds and that amount of yards after catch, especially if he gets behind anybody. He's gone right to the house. So, the next one, and I'm hopefully going to say the name right, is Puka Nakau from the LA Rams. If I said that wrong, I do apologize to everyone involved, especially the player. So, Puka is paying 17-1 for 2 TDs. He leads the league in target share. Bingo. He leads the league in target share, right? And he's Stafford's favorite weapon. 2 tidbits I got to go with, right? You know, and at the end of the day, they're going to get opportunities in the red zone. That is for sure. So, the 5th player on ticket number 1 is as follows. I'm going back to an old guy, Pat Freiermuth for Pittsburgh, paying 21-1 for 2 TDs. Now, the Raiders' defense is the worst defense in the league. They're actually ranked 32nd, and they have the 5th most fantasy points given up to tight ends this year. And Freiermuth gets the looks in the red zone, right? And I mean, yeah, Pittsburgh hasn't been playing great offensively. Their defense came alive the second game, but, you know, I expect improvements on that. And he's going to get the opportunities, and there's no Deion Johnson again. So let's move on to ticket number 2. So for ticket number 2, we have the following players. First player is Michael Evans for Tampa at 17-1 for 2 TDs. When Baker is scrambling, he is looking for Evans, and he has the highest percentage of target share on the team at 29% target rate. So any scrambles and any red zones, the number 1 look and target for Baker is Mike Evans. He's going to get opportunities, and I like his matchup. So, player number 2, we're going with another Mike. We're going to go with Mike Williams for the LA Chargers at 11-1 for 2 TDs. Believe it or not, Mike Williams has 8% more target share than Keenan Allen. And we know that Keenan Allen got 2 TDs the other day last week because we cashed in on that one. So you know what? It could be one of these games and these teams where they always trade back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, so, you know, it's Keenan Allen one week, it's Mike Williams the next, Keenan Allen the next, Mike Williams the next. That's what I'm hoping for. And that's what this team has done in the past a lot of times. So, you know, I can expect it to hopefully continue again. So, you know, and he also ran 67 routes this year. that means he's all over the field. That means that he's going, especially for zone coverage, he's going to find that open spot and give him the ball. Touchdown. So, the third player on ticket number 2 is Amari Cooper for Cleveland. 21-1 for 2 TDs. Yeah, it may be a tough game, might go, but, he's got 22.5% of the target share. That's almost 25%. It's the most on the team. He's the first freed for Watson, right? And 2 of Baltimore's cornerbacks have a passer rating against them of 129.4 and 134. So they're not really stopping a whole lot of anybody. And Amari's going to be from the slot, out wide, left, right, center, and he's going to be everywhere. Which means that at any given time, he could easily be facing one of these guys and take full advantage of them, which helps us. So, the fourth player on this ticket number 2 is Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas from New Orleans is 19-1 for 2 TDs. 78% snap count. He's the go-to receiver for Derek Carr in the red zone. Let me repeat that again. Go-to receiver for Derek Carr in the red zone, which means he's getting the number 1 looks in the red zone, and he's got a 75% catch rate. And he's going to be facing my Green Bay Packers. I shouldn't say my Green Bay Packers, but the team that I cheer for. And Jair Alexander, last game wasn't himself. Now, they still have Rasul Douglas, and they still have. So until Jair, kicks himself in the butt and becomes the all-pro Jair that we know and love, yeah, I'm taking my chances with Michael Thomas having the number 1 looks in the red zone. So next is Hunter Henry. That's the 5th player on ticket number 2. Hunter Henry in New England at 26-1. Yeah, they're playing the Jets. Nice tight defense. And you know what? He is also ranked TE2 this year. Okay, and he's got 1 TD in each game, so he's getting the looks. And he's Max Jones' most reliable target. So in the red zone or in trouble, he's looking for Hunter first. So that's ticket number 2. Okay, and then for ticket number 3. Ticket number 3's got a couple of beauties I really love. They've got really big odds. Don't be scared. They hit. Not always, but they hit, okay? So the first one, it's going to be Sam Laporta for Detroit. He's paying 21-1 for 2 TDs. He's TE 6th in fantasy, and the Atlanta Falcons allow 6th most points to tight ends in fantasy this year. Let's see, and he's getting over 10 yards per catch. So that's 3 little pointers that I kind of like that favors Sam. Then I have Jahan Dotson. Now, Jahan Dotson is for Washington, 21-1 for 2 TDs. He hasn't been extremely well his second week. He didn't play extremely well, but he is getting the looks and he is getting his fair share of targets. He's just got to hold on and catch on to the ball, which I think will improve this week. Yeah, I know he's playing against a very good defense, but you know what? At the end of the day, he's going to get first looks, and I think there's going to be no Logan Thomas in this game. So he's a team leading in target share at 19%, getting close to 1/4 of the looks. The weather's going to play a factor, so it's going to be short passes and slants, which is his specialty anyways. So he's going to be playing against his a very good defense, and I think he will be the number 1 passing player for Washington. Okay, I really do. So that's my tidbits for that game, and that's why I'm picking him. So player number 3 on ticket number 3 is Zay Flowers for Baltimore at 10-1 for 2 TDs. He has the 2nd most looks for Baltimore. Indy has has a very good run D, so Baltimore will be needing to pass, will be needing to throw more, which gives more opportunities for Zay Flowers to succeed. And I think that he'll have great opportunity, and the connections between Zay and Lamar are getting better each week. So that's why I'm taking him. Now, my last guy Don't be shocked. Don't be surprised, okay? He's the biggie. But his name is Rico Dowdle for Dallas. Apologize if I said the last name wrong. Dowdle. So he's paying 81-1 for 2 TDs. Now Dallas is playing Arizona, so I'm hoping that Dallas gets a big lead, especially off to a big lead early. Then they'll want to save Tony Pollard. They'll use the running back number 2. Yeah, they have Deuce Vaughn there, but I just think that Rico O'Chines has better upside than Deuce. He's getting the second most looks for RBs when it comes to passes. He's the number 2 Dallas running back. He's changed the pace back for them, which helps. And will be more playing time if Dallas gets a big lead. He'll be the lead back if Dallas is up by 30 points by halftime. And that's just great. More opportunities, more chances, better for us all around. So the last player I have is another big one, but not as big as Rico. And his name is Rashid Rice. He's paying 46-1 for 2 TDs. Okay, now Chicago has the 27th ranked defense. That's horrible. Chicago has already given 2 TDs to a player this year, so we know they are susceptible to that. And I don't really trust Tony, MVS, all the rest of the wide receivers that Casey has. Other than Kelsey, you can't take anything away from Kelsey. But I think, the best 2 receivers going forward for the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be named Kelsey and going to be named Rice. And just for that, at 46-1, I got to take that opportunity. And he's already had a touchdown. So, that's my 3 tickets, 5 guys, betting the 1s, 2s, and 3s on 50 cents onlys. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is what I am doing. Okay? And it's only for me. You can do whatever you want, right? But I do want you to gamble responsibly if you gamble. So expect to lose your bets and don't bet what you can't afford to lose. So please enjoy the games. I know I will. We'll be back later on next week with a review from Thursdays and Sundays games, and hopefully have some great news with some ching-ching for you. Enjoy the games. Thank you.